Hey, buddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to the Stargate Challenge. We have all 9 settler chevrons locked in, and we're about to send them through the wormhole. I'm going to do them one by one. We already have our renames ready. Let's do it, okay? Let's fire the people through. First Stargate team. I should probably have the mini-map open so I can actually find them. First Stargate team is through. Boop. I think they appeared over here. Awesome. So I got to find a city over here for these guys to settle in. The nice thing is there's no barbs on this map. Second Stargate team. Ka-chunk. They appeared over here. Ba-boomf. If I was at War with Dido, this would be bad. I'm glad I'm not at War with Dido. Third Stargate team. Ka-chunk. Where the hell did they appear? What the heck? What the heck? It ate my people. It ate my settler. What? Hold on. Where is my unit list? Did he land inside my own territory? It's by your city? This? No, this isn't him. He's got full movement. We got an SG team down here, boys. He's by the other one. They landed near each other. Okay, the probability of that, I don't know what that is. Okay. All right, it happened again. All right. Welcome to the promised land, I guess. All of them landed here. This is the most disappointing outcome. Is it not random? I thought they could appear anywhere on the map. Listen up, modders. I want this changed. I want this to be truly random. I want them to appear anywhere on the map. This is so... What is that? I feel like I was robbed. I got scammed, dude. I was scamazed. What is this scam Bermuda Triangle? Maybe try 1 per turn? Hold on. I'm going to send through another ship next turn. I sent through a caravel to explore. What is this? I spent so long putting this together. I've put so much blood, sweat, and tears into... I lost my capital for this. And this is all it is? What is this? I'm becoming the Joker. It's happening. Live on twitch.tv. You know what? This is the society, and we live in it. This is the Bermuda Triangle. I've been scamazed. Hold on. Is it truly random per turn? Is that the problem? I send you through and you appear here. It's a scam! It's been a scam that it sends them all to the same place. It's a scam triangle. That's what it is. It's a scam. Well, you know, we got to commit to the meme. I got scammed, dude. I would have been better off just settling this island, these islands over here. Oh God, I've just torpedoed my empire for no value. I have completely torpedoed my empire for absolutely no reason. Oh, Jesus Christ. We can bring it back though. We can bring it back, right? We got this. It would have been faster to walk my settlers over there. Like, it actually just would have been faster. Oh, I need to go research banking. God, that's so disappointing. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Chop the rainforest, put the plantation. Time to regain momentum by encouraging Dido to share land. What did you do? I put bikini. I put all of my settlers through the wormhole, and they all appeared here in the most useless territory known to humankind. What is this? Pio Pio Tai is pretty good. That's nice. There's not even a nice natural wonder over here. Wuling Yuan. That's pretty good. Whoa. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Dude, I actually got scamazed. I got scammed. This is a scam. Yoink. I'm considering settling ice that this land was so bad. Well, I'm settling up here. Right there. Yeah. Where's the best harbor? This is a city, for sure. I sent them through the wormhole to find the promised land and we found nothing. I think, yeah, we settled the T. We settled on T. Harbor there. Commercial hub. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Potentially campus there. No hill here for the Acropolis. That's fine. I would love to be settling here, but the loyalty is kind of scary. I might be able to scooch a city or two on the edges of civilization here. You found one specific tile in the ocean. Yeah. I got one city out of this deal. I got scammed, dude. I would like, did people in chat know that that's how that worked? I feel like the people knew and were like Pepe laughing the whole time. Just like, he doesn't know, Pepe laugh. He's gonna waste his time, dude. It's gonna be so funny. You know what? I hate you all. The people who knew, I hate you all. Those who knew, I'm disgusted with you and my day is ruined because of you. I knew. I tried to ask you why you were sending 9 settlers to the same location. I thought they scattered them randomly throughout the map. Okay? This is the city of Hopium. Oh, dude, if the map tax guy, send this clip to the map tax guy. If he could figure out if you could have like a city district pin named and then you settle it and then it would rename the city, ooh, that would be just incredible. That would actually just, that would really tickle my tonsils. Well, that's probably not the phrase I wanted to use there, but you know, I don't know if tonsils like being tickled. This is a minus 18. This is my portfolio after going through the Bermuda Triangle, just down 18%. I'm down bad, dude. I'm up dog, I'm down bad. I'm settling snow. This is like levels of copium unheard of by humanity, that I'm like legitimately settling snow because it's the best option. Snow settle, copium. I can here, but not here yet. Maybe. Yeah, but when you have the detailed map tax mod, you can you have interface, you have detailed map tax, Shift A, Shift D, Shift S. So like if I want to see my map tax, I'm like, oh, where are my map tax? Shift S hides them and brings them back. A gap in the loyalty wall. We found the promised land. Maybe. Perhaps this land over here will be fruitful. Well, Torre de Belim. We have mercantilism, so we can do jungle lumber mills. We pick up diplomatic service for the Chancery. We have the harbor. Oh, Hopium land. Not land. Damn it. All right, we're settling the city of Hopium. Boom. Hey, a little bit of error score never went awry. This is the city that we rest our hopes on. Maybe we'll get strategic resources out of this. These are kind of random off the beaten path cities, but hey, you know, the things can happen. Like we can get double trade routes from these, no problem. This is just overall, this last 70 turns that I did this pivot has probably been a bigger disappointment than I have been to my parents. I'm going to be real with you guys. Ooh, it's only minus 12 now. Minus 12 is settleable. Minus 12 is settleable with a governor. Perhaps there is hopium here too. What if I settled here? It's only minus 8 now. This is settleable. These are settleable cities. It's happening. Pog, dude. It's Pog time. It's Pog time. Poggers. Maybe a pair of cities with like loyalty muscle between them to protect each other. Ooh, I gotta get this one down quick. Minus 12? Happiness. Happiness is the problem. Well, you know how to deal with happiness. You just go in here and you buy all the luxuries on the market and you hope that that's enough. And it isn't. We're gonna need a governor. Magnus buys us time if we can grow a little bit faster. Maybe I could chop out a granary and grow the city just ever so slightly faster to hit a second pop in here. That might help. I need to get through this. We're down bad. We're down bad up dog and it's going to be rough. Buy the wine for faster growth. Tuk-douche, maybe. Buy the wine for the luxury though. That's what I will do. Oh God, we're completely encased. This was the greatest. This is a greater disappointment than I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. It was fun though. Like, and that's the most important thing. A 16 turn shipyard is kind of on the edge. I tend to not build a shipyard if it's more than 20 turns. Then I'll buy it. 15 turns seems reasonable. Granary, monument. Slowly build. Up the hopium. I'm hoping on raw. Maybe. Ooh, Old Faithful. 1 tile natural wonder. Plus 3 science. Plus 1 faith. Plus 1 gold. Campus districts trigger a culture bomb. Double adjacency bonus for campus districts if their city has a national park. Oh my god, that actually seems pretty good. I like some of the natural wonders added by this mod. Ooh, settleable islands. We've got 2 islands we can settle over here. Roller coaster goes down after you go up. That's true. I mean, I still have my engine. I need to figure out when am I getting my next governor title. In 2 turns? In 2 turns, I get a governor title. So I think I can settle now and buy a monument. I chop the granary. These cities are now giving loyalty to each other. We settled right on the edge. This could happen right here too. 3 cities forming a loyalty muscle, which opens up more settles. Perhaps we will continue to send settlers through the wormhole. We have found the promised land, and it's an island on the edge of England. Welcome to Ireland, boys. It actually kind of looks like a distorted little Ireland. Hold on. Tell me, you look at this, okay? Look at this and tell me this doesn't look like somebody stretched Ireland a little bit, okay? Let me get you Ireland on the map. Tell me that this does not look like somebody stretched Ireland a little bit, right? This is the top part here. That's that. Then there's like the little arm coming out. That's here. And then there's like the little leg coming out here. And then there's a booty. That's the booty. That's the booty right there. Then there's the leg, the arm, and the head. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. It looks like somebody stretched Ireland. I'm just saying it was meant to be. 6 turns of loyalty in here. 99 turns of loyalty in there. We'll get a handle on this. It'll be fine, guys. I see it. I'm not just saying that because I like the streamer. Listen, dude, we can have a parasocial relationship if you want. That's something I'm down for. If you wanna crave my affection, you're more than welcome. Just know that that's a one-sided relationship. That's a you thing. I'm not going to give it. My people will settle where they please. I'm going to piss off England, which, you know, is kind of like par for the course for any Irishman's day. Is like, there's like getting up out of bed. There's like having rashers and sausages. And then there's like, you know, flipping off the general direction of England and making just generally rude signs in the direction of those countries. In terms of settler, I'm going to go ahead and shove one into Kokomo. You're making more settlers. Thank you. Nuke England. I think that's going a little bit far. We don't hate them. It's kind of more of like a friendly bit of banter at this point. Hatred is a strong word, I feel. Boom, boom. Bet he's happy it's not Eleanor. I kind of am. What is this? Oh, she'd be unhappy if I settled there. She'll be unhappy if I settled here. This will annoy her. Well, I mean, that's like the least of my problems. That's a her problem. So you go there. You go there. I'm going to put you on Auto Explore. I'm going to put you on Auto Explore. You're building farms. Very nice. Very nice. This city will be Atlantis, I think. We can delete the Hopium pin now. We have unlocked banking, so we have the option now to build our banks. We've got the intelligence agency, which is giving me access to another person. I'm going to go for Victor here for the extra loyalty. I can place Victor in Sicyon. Oh, the loyalty in here. I thought it said -8. How was it -18? I feel like this was a lie. Where is that negative loyalty pressure coming from? I'm really confused. -7 in there. Now, that would be a hard one to do unless I were to rush straight for civil engineering. So I'll probably just sit on this tile for a little while. In terms of where we want to go technologically, it would be nice to go to industrialization. It would also be nice to come into my capital here and have a look at how we're standing. 4 turns until we can place another district. Very good. We're making a really, really good surplus of food here. I wouldn't mind a Colossus. I think I delete the fishery dream and we just accept that this is just going to be the way that it is. Torre de Belim is kind of a fun one, but I don't think it really matters too much here. Why is the loyalty so bad in here? It said -8. I'm baffled by that. Buy the granary and grow a turn faster. That'll help slightly. Maybe the meme is I'll have to retool my government. So I don't think we're going to be building any more settlers, so we could take out that card. Republican Legacy is pretty good because it's free amenities across my empire, which is going to help things. It would be nice. I would love to have Trade Confederation and Triangular Trade plugged in, but I think right now I need to be a little bit concerned about loyalty. So Praetorium is quite good. If I were to take Praetorium, I think I'd also like to plug in retainers for amenities. And if I'm plugging in retainers, I really want to be plugging in Limitaniae. And I think with a combination of these, maybe I might be able to hold these cities if I also buy like a cheap unit to garrison. I'll have to buy a cheap unit next turn. Maybe I can sell some stuff. Sell off my niter. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to build a unit here. I think I will go ahead and pop down a crossbow. Boom. Now this is only -5 loyalty. Ideally, actually, Victor would be in Magnus's city, but I also need another governor here. This is -7. Intelligence agency completed in the capital. We have our first buy. Let's get the watermill. Let's go ahead and search by commercial hubs. I'm the only one with commercial hubs, so I actually can't steal gold from anyone. All right, then. The AI really just doesn't go for commercial hubs anymore. It's crazy. No Kilba as Pericles? Yeah, feels bad, man. I forget about it all the time because I almost never go for it. Because I never go for that bottom half of the tech tree. The Kilba it's like one of the best wonders in the game, but I just have a blind spot for it, is the problem. I would say stealing tech from this guy would be an okay thing to do. Get us back into the game a little bit. Keep on buying tiles. These are going to be the only real productive tiles for this city for basically forever. So it's important to get them online. We got the amphitheater in Cabbagelandia. That's a good chunk of culture. Let's get the art museum, probably, or the archaeological museums. I'll probably do art museums this game. I don't know what I'll do. Let's get the basics. Granary Monument are always worth it. They're always worth it, in my opinion. They give so much value for so little production. Yeah, it probably would be a good idea to get a campus in here for the win conditions. A +2 campus right there. Yes, I'm deleting. I kind of want to keep my Cahokia amount, but you know, you can always make more Cahokia amounts. We'll get a campus in here so we can start heading towards our win condition. We'll go ahead and settle the city of Atlantis. Hello. First city on the settlement of Zealandia at Atlantis. Boom. City will eventually need help, but we'll just leave it for now. What's your take on the watermill? I think the watermill is always just worth building. It's here's a really simple way to think about it. There's diplomatic service. We can get our chancery now. That's +3 influence points per turn. But a really simple way to think about the watermill is like, look at a plains tile. Like, look at this. It's just like, you get this for free. So it's kind of like +1 pop in a bad city. That's the way to think of the watermill. And if you have a food resource in it, it's like a grassland hill. I can't find like this, but -1 production. I can't find a bare grassland hill or a grassland forest, right? It's okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world. But like +1 food, +1 production, it adds up over the course of the game. Now, some people would make the argument that, you know, the watermill doesn't pay back its production investment. But here's the thing. Things don't pay back their production. Things don't pay themselves back by virtue of them producing more resources than you input into them over the course of the game. Because that would make no sense. Because then like the spaceport, you build a spaceport, well, that doesn't pay itself back, right? So typically I would build a watermill when I have nothing else to build. So like, what was I going to invest into when I had watermill as a choice? What, like a harbor shipping? So like the watermill is basically like a pivot thing that you can build while you're kind of either too busy or you have nothing to build. You get what I'm saying? So like the watermill is, I don't think you should rush the watermill unless the city is brand new. If the city is brand new and it's like pretty late into the game, watermill, granary, monument in some order can actually help ramp that city out, especially if you get a gold injection for one of those buildings. But otherwise, I don't think it super matters. We've got our crabs online now, and our gold income is going to start skyrocketing. I don't feel safe settling there. Let's get this plantation up real quick. I hate to buy a tile like this, but it has to be done. We're now safe in loyalty in Sicyon. So actually, I'm going to found a city here. Now it says 7 turns. I don't believe it. Somehow. We'll kind of come back and put a pin in this. We'll see how she does in 7 turns. But we have a bunch of new cities over here. And they're not making much of a difference. I'll be real with you guys. These are bad cities. These are bad cities. But maybe they can hold the line and provide me with some value. But yeah, I love having this much gold. I should probably plug in the gold purchasing card for borders. Also, yeah, it's important to also consider that the production output of a thing per turn matters. Because like the watermill might not pay itself back over the course of the game, but +1 production might be just enough to like shave a turn off a wonder, which might get me a wonder return sooner, which might prevent the AI from getting the wonder. So like +1 production per turn in of itself has like inherent value that isn't just like how much you're getting back over the course of the game. Also, don't forget in certain cities, like, you know, if I'm in a city that has +5 food and I get a watermill, that's +6 food total. Now the city is growing 20% faster and can support another half of population. So that's other kind of hidden yields that you don't really directly see that the game is kind of feeding you. Maybe your city's population grows on average 5 times earlier, and then those pops are working tiles 5 turns sooner, which means you're getting 5 extra turns of production that you otherwise wouldn't have. So the watermill, granary, and monument are 3 of the best returns on investment you can have in the entire game. But the timing of when to get them does actually matter. I think I have most of my city center buildings now. If I could pump here for harbors and make that happen, that would be cool. I think I'll make units half price for production, and that's usually a safe one to bet. It's important to take out the production output as long as I took this point to TGM and he didn't agree. I think it's fine. Everyone has like a different style. I think it's perfectly valid to make the decision that watermills aren't good, like aren't worth investing into immediately. I think they are okay as a pivot. And like, here's the thing. We're essentially asking a question like, how do we differentiate between these two play styles? So one play style is like, if you imagine like this is ROI and then this is time, okay? So like we might imagine that the watermill ROI looks like a little bit like this. Like there's a certain amount of turns that you invest into it and then it starts paying off, but it's like paying off really, 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 really slowly, right? Like it's slowly giving you something. Whereas you might like invest into something like, I don't know, like you build a campus, right? And so the campus takes maybe a bit longer than the watermill to produce, but it immediately, maybe a campus is a bad example, but let's say you invest into something else and it does this, right? It like immediately gives you a benefit, and until you reach here, this thing was better than the watermill, okay? Like something that gives you a benefit immediately is like this whole shaded area is just value. And like if the game ends here, well, like the space that's in here, this is how much value a watermill is generating for you, right? Versus this. And then don't forget that this phase can also be potentially extended because maybe you were able to build or acquire something else that like increased your curve. You know what I mean? So like it's hard to evaluate these things in a vacuum. People are going to have preferences. I like to play the very slow exponential ramp game. Some people like to play the quick logarithmic ramp game where you don't have infinite growth. So I want to buy a chancery. Those are 1,000 gold each. I'd also like to buy a district in here next turn. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start working on more traders because that's gold. We have access to the Gilded Vault. That's a 13 gold building right there. Gilded Vaults I'll build in cities with harbors. Sure, this is a little known rule for the game of Civilization. If 2 cities are separated by water, the minimum distance between 2 cities is 2 tiles. That's the rule. It's 3 tiles if they're on the same landmass. So I could put a city here and here. But if they're separated by water, it's 2 tiles. That's it. It's just a simple little rule. It's been in the game since launch, I believe. Hasn't changed. It's been the same way. Probably don't need to buy this tile yet. We're settling a crap city here. This one I will rename to Galactica. Well, yeah, you can have Galactica. Pretty useless city. Not going to do much except build me a harbor. And probably a campus, just for a little bit of extra late game science. Oh, right, I should totally buy a unit in this city. That's why the loyalty isn't good enough in here, is because I forgot to buy a unit. Yeah, I forgot to buy a unit in Paros. I'll do that now. Hey, Kokomo is up to 10 population. Let's buy a crossbowman, and that should increase the loyalty significantly. We'll get a governor and slap it in there. We want to trade specifically with city-states if we can. And I'm hoping that I can hit at least a normal age next era. That would be swell. Settle on the center, couple of lumber mills, get that harbor going. Our gold is something else. Let's get another settler. No. What I want to do now is to actually purchase a district in the city of Kokomo. I would really like the commercial hub. That would feel really good to get that. But I feel like the Acropolis is like the big meme district for me. Let's get that shipyard. I'm pretty sure, by the way, we have harbor. So we can build our harbor building super fast, which feels nice. Man, I want that chancery. Let's get the amphitheater. So we've discovered quite a few more city-states. I don't think we care about Caguana. I would like to at least put 1 point in each, because that represents, like, this is worth 2 culture, each of these envoys. It'd probably be a good idea to plug in the double envoy card. Now, Bandar Brunei, that's a city-state that I want to get 3 envoys into. So I'm just going to immediately drop 3 envoys into them, even if it's slightly inefficient, because we're up to 483 gold per turn, which is starting now. That's the ramp that we're heading up. Any thoughts on colonial taxes in this situation? I mean, we'll investigate whether or not colonial taxes is worth it. I think we can't really change our government too much until we get some population in these cities and until we get some control. So I've got some cities renamed. Richard Dean Anderson and Olympia will be Richard Dean Anderson. I think that was the actor who played O'Neill in Stargate. I feel like he was also MacGyver. That's O'Neill with 2 L's. I remember whenever I would talk to other Stargate fans and we were talking about like the background of the show. Now, for context, I'm not really a background of a show kind of guy. I'm like, oh, I watched the show, I really liked it. And then my brain like just boop, boop, and I'm off, I'm done. Whereas like I know most people are like, oh, I really like that show. I want to learn about like the actors and the actresses, and I want to learn about like how the show was made or blah, 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 blah. So I didn't know anything about them because like, as far as I'm concerned, again, like you're on my screen, I'm paying attention to you, you're cool, you're doing like interesting acting and stuff like that. You're off my screen, I sleep, you don't exist. Goodbye. See ya. So when he was like, oh, he was also MacGyver, I was like, oh, really? I didn't know he had more jobs. So it's like I thought he was just, that was just one he did Stargate and he never did anything else. That's just the way my brain processes the world. Did I see you in a D Hewlett stream? Yeah, I was in a stream a couple of times. It's kind of what put Stargate in my mind the last few weeks. I've never really been fans of people, if that makes sense. Or like actors. Like, I don't really care about who you are. I guess I don't really form parasocial relationships in that way. Like, I don't care that you're, you know, Lady Gaga or whatever. I'm just like, I'm listening. I'm listening to your jam. I really like your song. And then it's like, you know, if I saw Lady Gaga in the street, I'd be like, who? Omegalol? Who is this person? Why? I don't understand. Public Works, I think we do want to upgrade. Let's do a little bit of an investigation. We definitely want Public Works. Having extra builders is nice. Extra builder charges is nice. We definitely want naval infrastructure. Urban planning can go. Retainers in Limitanii is probably something we should prioritize. Eventually, retainers will go the way of the dodo, so we probably don't want to focus too hard on it. I would really like Triangular Trade plugged in. I want Trade Confederation plugged in. This is the hard thing, getting these. I want Trade Confed. I wish I could put colonial offices in. Now, colonial offices might actually be worth more than Limitanii, which lets me switch that, which lets me switch this. No, I can do either or, and I prefer this switch. Eventually, Limitanii will go in here. Can I... Any of these? Letter of Mark, Robber Barons. I never use these. I just end up never, ever using these. They're good, don't get me wrong. I just never use them. I'm never in a position to make use of them. I really want to have Trade Confed. Let's go. Now we have civil engineering. Let's investigate colonial taxes as a thing. What if you sent them on different turns? If you send them on different turns, it doesn't do anything. Like I sent another one through and he appeared here. It doesn't change it. Ooh, another one-tile island. I'm a huge fan of one-tile islands. I wanted to make a map, actually. Because I was thinking earlier, I wanted to do a game of Civ 6, all right? Where it's like a multiplayer game, and it's called like, the Great Scattering. Everyone starts with just a settler around the Bermuda Triangle, so up to 9 players. And then everyone steps into the Bermuda Triangle on turn 1 and gets teleported randomly around the map that's just filled with one-tile islands. I thought that would be really fun. But obviously, you know, if the Bermuda Triangle doesn't work the way that I thought it does, so I don't think that's a copium dream. It's never coming. Put Liang in Paros. Let's go ahead and gain sources in this city. I've been talking random crap for a while now. In fact, how long have I been talking random crap? It's been roughly 14 turns and maybe an hour of gameplay. We need to pick up the pace, baby. So let's start making decisions rapid fire. I think we're just going to start popping off things real quick. And we're going to do like heuristic decision making, okay? Things, we don't need to make the most optimal decision. We just have to make decisions that are okay. We got our shipyard in Spettercast. The city is now producing. I would love to be building a canal in here. I'd like to get my amphitheater. I want to get campuses. I'd love to build a commercial hub. I have a +5 commercial hub in here. That's a solid commercial hub. Hello. I have a builder. I don't know what I do. Well, I do put that there. You're in position on a fish. I may as well buy the fish and improve them just so the city has growth potential long term. I think everything is going to be all right. Every little thing is going to be all right. Are we in the churn? We're in the churn, baby. Churn, 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 churn. Haha. Have fun putting those counters on, Morbus. Churn. I'm just going to say churn randomly throughout the rest of this recording. So Morbus can't get away with just like half-assing it. So every time I say churn and Morbus misses one, I want you guys to hold him accountable in the comments, okay? If Morbus misses a churn, his heads will roll, okay? If Morbus misses a churn, I won't release the final episode of this video. The Bermuda Hypercube. Why is it a triangle? Listen. Why isn't it a platonic solid? These are questions that haunt me in my sleep. Imagine working for this man. Imagine working. Get beat the F out, wage cooks. Imagine working. Join the neat life. Not in job, not in education, not in training. Neat. Morbus editing this. All right, we have Ching Shi. Gain 500 gold. Military units get extra sea plunder. Hello, I'll take it. Hello, what is this? Why are you scary? Don't be scary. Listen, I'm just gonna casually upgrade a trebuchet. You know, these guys can be pikemen. We're just gonna do a little upgrade of the old army. Bring a privateer over because I don't like the way Dido's looking at me. She's looking at me the way that I look at a McDonald's, okay? And I don't like it. She's looking hungry. I'm actually not the biggest fan of McDonald's. I don't know what it is. This is not my favorite thing. When I was a kid, I used to like it pretty good. Like it was okay. But nowadays I'm not the biggest fan. I'm lukewarm on McDonald's. Move the trebs away from the city shot. That's probably a good move. We'll do that. I've got an amphitheater in here. I kind of would like to maybe go for an art museum. Archaeological museum takes a lot of production. I think I'll go for the art museum because it's simpler and I don't have to invest more into it because we're mostly building these for the culture, not for the science. We've got Taruga as a trade route option. We're sitting on maxed out trade routes. We could have another spy. Building another spy would take time and energy and effort, and I don't have any of those things in my bones at the moment. No artifacts because no barbs. There will be artifacts. There just won't be as many. They'll still exist, you know? Be a worthier example. Somebody buy that builder a winter jacket. You know what? Let him freeze. I'm a capricious and dangerous leader. I totally should have the harbor construction card plug. But I always forget about these things because I'm just on autopilot a lot of the time when I'm playing. Granary. Harbor. +4. Harbor. I thought I became deaf for a second. You did, dude. The rest of the universe was quiet there for about 5 seconds. But we could all hear it, but you couldn't. A research alliance with Gran Colombia. Sure. I was going to steal his science, but we'll trade with him instead. And speaking of trading with him, if we're going to trade with him, we should scout him. So we can find all the cities to trade with. Don't you know the clothes of the builders change based on where they are? Are these guys wearing like little climbing tools? Wait, why are these builders like gray? And these ones are like blue. What? 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 What's happening? Outfits change depending on the era. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. I didn't know that. That's a cool little thing. I like that. I love little details like that in games. You usually don't notice them because I'll be honest with you, I almost never zoom in on units, but I appreciate that they're there. In Hollow Live, I want to get my commercial hub. In here, I want to get my commercial hub. My gold line is like insane. My gold is off the chain. I want to trade exclusively from my capital because it just kind of pleases me to do so. It's not optimal to do what I'm doing, but it is fun to do what I'm doing. In Moreau, let's go steal science. Does anyone have a commercial hub? Ooh, London. London, I can steal 1,000 gold. Yoink. Yoink and oink. Oh, I never got the Temple of Artemis. That feels bad. Big Ben? No. I say no to Big Ben. Rust every night or getting raided? Listen, dude, I have a life, unfortunately. They chose a bad time to do the wipe. If they do Monday wipes, I can play like 4 or 5 nights a week. If they do Tuesday night wipes, I can play 2 nights a week. That's just how it do be, unfortunately. I don't have... I could make the time to play the game more. That is something I could do, but it's not something I want to do. Look at this trade route. Oh. You see Dido's underpants? What? She's wearing a dress. I don't understand. Very confused. Least horny chatter. Least creepy chatter, maybe. Probably more appropriate. Granary monument. Granary monument. Use Alt to turn the models. That doesn't work. It works on the map, though. Make friends with Dido. I don't want to be attacked. Shipyard. Got the shipyard in Colorado. Kredki. This city has its harbor, has its industrial zone. We can get a factory soon. Let's get an Acropolis. We need to feed this city. This city is lacking food. Let's get the old Acropolis out. We got the Gilded Vault in St. George's. Look at this culture pumping. We are pumping culture. You might say, why are you pumping culture in a science game? And I would say to you, shut up. Okay? Oh, question me. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm having a good time. You're going for science? Hell yeah, we're going for science, baby. You just wait. The ramp will engage at some point, I promise, Copium. I thought you were going to do culture. No, culture's for dweebs. Pivot to domination? No. I reject your request. Request denied. Yeah, I'm going for science. Can't you tell? I've got all the theater squares I need for my science victory. Market. A Gilded Vault. 17 gold per turn. Ooh. Oh, whoa. This is where I'll get a campus, for sure. I wish this was not a thing. This is annoying. It's like visually displeasing. I have nothing to improve. Nothing to declare. And boom. We are on the road. Now, here's the thing. Look at that gold per turn, okay? I want you to really drink that in. That's 700 gold per turn. When we hit 1,000, the science pivot will probably be in full swing. I'm going to break your ankles, okay? When I pivot to science so hard that you get whiplash. Drop the farm, boom. We come over here, we buy another tile, we drop the farm. Look at this growth, look at my cities. Jesus, it's ramping. I don't remember what the goal is anymore. The goal was to launch units through the wormhole, and we did that, and it was disappointing, and now we're kind of rudderless and adrift. Boom, boom. I really love doing coastal games where you have tons of gold, because you have so much agency. You could do whatever you want. You could buy any tile you want. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. It just really is. It really, really, truly is. I actually don't know what I'm doing here. I'm in deep without a plan. We're in experimental territory. That's what we're doing right now. This was meant to be a game. I've just, let's lock in these 3 tiles now. I think we have the food to do that. No, we don't quite have the food surplus. We can lock this one in. I'll need a little bit more housing in here. If I'm going to get housing, it'll be from a neighborhood, which I'm going to unlock in the 7 turns. Okay, so probably pop a neighborhood right there. Be a good neighborhood. I wish this showed me how many houses you would get on the tooltip. It'd be cool. If you could figure that out. Detailed map tax guy, I love you. You're the best. Nobody built the Colossus. Let's give it a try. Throw down a Colossus. I'll throw down with a Colossus. Let's see here. 1 point in Caguana, for sure. It's worth it. Capital and amphitheater buildings. Who do I want suzerainty of? I don't really care too much for suzerainty. Anshan, I definitely want to stay in control of. I think it would be nice to get a Euthia. They give you 10% culture whenever you build a building. I wasn't even trying to go for a Bermuda start. I just rolled it randomly. And when I finish this game, I will be handing out the save file, so you all can do it yourself. We're going to go ahead and gain sources in London. The beautiful thing is we can actually just straight up purchase our universities. Boom, there's astronomy. And now our science is ramping. We're up to 100 science per turn. We're at the bottom of the barrel, but the climb is beginning. Copium. I'm kind of feeling like an art museum. I feel like I don't want to be investing into archaeological museums. I think art museums are the way forward here. I don't know if this is the right play, but it feels like it kind of has like a bit of logic to it in that like I don't want to be investing my production into making archaeologists here because I don't actually want the tourism or the culture, and that if I can just passively get artists occasionally, that's just like a free win. But what I really want them for is the culture. So if I just throw down art museums, it does kind of feel like though the problem with this is that art museums are usually the one that you get early. Like you get the art museum early so you can roll out a bunch of artists really early into the game, and then later in the game you pick up the archaeological museum because then you could turn production because archaeological things disappear later and they're better and blah, blah, blah. Whereas like, I feel like maybe an art museum, I feel like just like, even though logically it follows from what I want to do in the game, it actually is just always worse to go for art museums than archaeological museums. I'm not seeing like a scenario in which it's worth it. Because even now, like, Jesus, some of these people are just like, I'm never getting an artist. You know what I mean? I don't know. It feels like logically, like based on the game and the situation that I'm in, that it would make sense for me to do what I wanted to do there. But like, it's not actually going to like, the gears aren't going to hit the road the way that I want them to. We'll drop a campus in this city now. So this city has its core, right? Harbor, commercial hub, Acropolis, campus. I'll get the campus first. Campus is more important. We got our Acropolis. Cool. We're wanting this city to grow. I don't know how to grow this city. I do think fisheries might be something I should build around my empire. Like just start moving Liang around and like use my excessive amount of gold to drop like a bunch of fisheries in my cities, in particular, like with an emphasis on some of these older, more mature cities. Like imagine Cabbage Landia with just like this whole area filled with fisheries. I think that has merit. Now, the one downside is I think that actually messes with the shipyard, right? Because it has to be unimproved. Yeah. But I tell you what, we engaged the Stargate. We sent them through the chevrons. We engaged the chevrons. We sent them through the Stargate. We built an empire. We kind of managed to somehow salvage whatever this low energy stuff was going on over here. Whatever this is, we did something with it. So with all that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and call that the end of this episode. I love you all very, very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.